This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2005 Ford F350, regular cab, flatbed, dual rear wheel. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's two-wheel drive. It's an XL, which is the work truck version. That's the vinyl seat, crank windows. Let's see, has 199,000 miles. It was purchased from a commercial. It was basically a commercial vehicle that we bought out of Texas. We knew that it had a mechanical issue when we bought it. When we got it here, the reason we do a 2-hour inspection, this is what it looks like. And the mechanical thing was number 6 injector was bad, which is not a big deal. So it got a new injector. Number 6 injector is new. It got 2 new glow plugs. It got a new windshield, reverse lights. There were some cab lights missing in the flatbed cab. I'll show you in a second. I got a new serpentine belt. Got front and rear brake pads. Got front shocks were squeaky, so it got new front shocks, and it got new wiper blades. That's what it had. So we've got windshield, reverse light, cab lights, serpentine belt, battery, 2 glow plugs, front and rear brake pads, front shocks, wiper blades, and number 6 injector is new. And that's what we did to it. Let's see, let's walk around this. First of all, very important to note, it's got this big push bumper on the front. These things will inhibit the firing of airbags. Obviously, you've got a battering ram in front of the sensors. So unless you want these, if you want to make sure that the airbags deploy correctly, you got to take that off and put a factory bumper on. It's in our ad in writing. It's on here. Front bumpers for these things are only like $200 or $300. If you want to make sure they go off, you got to take that off. Okay. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you what we got here cosmetically. Then we'll go for a drive, and it'll be quick and painless. Driver front tire looks like it's probably 80 or 90% tread. Got a couple of little dings in the hood. This is a work truck, so I mean, obviously we're not looking for cosmetics here so much. My brother went off already and took probably 40 or 50 HD pictures. There'll be a little device in there that you can click on that will allow you to zoom in on the on any area of interest. A little magnifying glass thing, and it's really cool. Please use that. Cosmetic issues should not be a surprise. There should be nothing at all of surprise here, cosmetically, especially cosmetically. If there is, you didn't use our site correctly, and it's on you. Okay, so please take your time, look at the pictures. I mean, obviously, if you're buying this for cosmetics, you're probably a crazy person anyway. These lights were missing in the cab. We do have before and after pictures before it left Texas, before it came here. And if you look, there's 4 pictures, you'll see those lights were missing. So we replaced those lights. Someone probably just took them for their own truck. Obviously, you have a tow hitch here, and you got a light plug. These rails come out on both sides. We left them in. It might rattle a little bit when I drive it, but we figured you probably want to see it in there. You got a gooseneck in here. That lid covers it if you need it to. The lid box here. Nothing in it. There you go. Little door dings in here, just the stuff that you would expect in a work truck. Alright, I'm going to fire this guy up. We're going to look under the hood. We're going to look for Ford stamps on both fenders and on both sides of the core support. Let me give you the miles here. There it is, 199,177 miles. Driver fender. There's your Ford stamp right here, where it belongs. This is an original battery on this side. That's a new battery on that side. There's your Ford stamp on this side where it belongs. Ford stamp right there where it belongs, and Ford stamp there. There's a new battery here, as I said already. See how much blow-by it has. That's beautiful. That is no blow-by. That is a beautiful thing to see. Usually, when they're not maintained their whole life, they have a bunch of blow-by. I think that these people just, it wasn't their truck. It was a company truck, and they didn't really care, and they didn't go to any effort to figure out why it was running rough when it was just one injector. And that's kind of what happens. That's kind of why we're buying so many of these commercial trucks, is that they throw them under the bus for absolutely no reason at all, and nobody really owns them. It's not anybody's personal money, so we own them. And this has been happening more and more lately, and that's fine with us, especially with 6.0s, because they're easy. We know them inside and out. And no, they're not the worst thing in the world. If you know what you're doing with them, they're actually fantastic values. Air conditioning. All the settings work fine. By the way, it's kind of warm in Tucson, so I can tell you it works fine.
Who helped out enough? Llámenos para cuál.
Radio works fine. Put a seatbelt on real quick here. Yeah, we're gonna get to 95 today. It's already starting to heat up. No sissies and crybabies here. All right, let's see. There's your tow haul. That's me doing that. That's tow on and off. There's no tilt, there's no cruise. It's two-wheel drive. That's that. It says check trailer. Well, there is no trailer. That's why it says that. 199,177 miles. Like I said, it is on a clear title. So I'm going to go, first of all, I'm going to go and drive. I'm going to show you reverse just so you know it's got some, and it got some quickly. There you go. There's reverse. All right, let's go for a ride. Let's see, what else? It's on a clear title. And if you come to Tucson to drive it home, which you're welcome to do, be a bumpy ride. I would rather ship it if I were you, but this stiff suspension, you're going to need a chiropractor when you're done. But if you want to, it is a $250 dock fee and taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is, say, 3%, then you're going to pay a total of 5% taxes and $250 dock fee. By the way, our roads are horrific. So when you put a 3/4 ton suspension in here, and and these roads, it's pretty much like being on a horse and wagon type setup here. This runs great. Front end's a little floaty. 199,000 mile steering gearbox. That's what Fords are like. So if you want to fix that, they're about $350 in a couple hours to put one on, and that'll take about 60% of the play out. It's actually fine the way it is, and if you're towing with it, which I'm sure you're going to, the load puts a lot of the steering back in it on these guys. Beautiful. That's a lot of weight rolling really quickly. Let's see, what else do I need? I need to tell you, if you pay by wire and ship, all you have to do is pay the agreed upon price. There's no tax, no dock fees. You just deal with that when it gets to you, and you deal with your MVD and whatever you have to pay them. If you pay by wire and ship, we just fill out the title the way you instruct us, notarize it, scan it into your online file so you have that, so you can see that even before it ships out. What else? We also even scan in the envelope that we mail it to you in. So, blah, blah, blah. Deposit. Once we get your deposit, which is $500, we will put your name and a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until you do that, it is for sale. So please get that deposit in once we agree on price. There's no point in making an offer and us accepting it if you're gonna, not make a deposit and not buy the truck. So you know, don't be an idiot, please. We get so many people who put in their offers and then they, you know, no. Well, why did you waste 30 minutes of my life? If you don't know, don't do it. So please don't do that. That's kind of stupid. Actually, it's really stupid. And stupid people are annoying. So don't be a stupid person, all right? Let's see. Last thing. Every vehicle we have, I say this about every vehicle that we have on our property, unless it's one of the rare ones that is under factory warranty, they're out of warranty. This one's out of warranty by year and mileage. Basically, the Ford guys didn't know what was going to happen to it after X amount of years or X amount of miles. So they said, we don't know, so we're not warrantying it for that long. If they could have given this thing a 300,000 mile, 22-year warranty, they could have sold it for twice as much and people would have bought them. They couldn't because they didn't know. Well, they don't know. We don't know more than they know. So we don't know what's going to happen to this thing next week. We know what we have in front of us today. We have a really nice running flatbed truck. It's got some cosmetics that aren't too bad. It's got a decent set of tires on it. We told you what we repaired. We told you that the steering box could use a new one, which all Fords could use a new one pretty much right out of the factory. You know, there's not really much else to say. You know what we know. If it shows up to you and it needs an injector in a month or an injector in 5 years, then you should go buy one and get it installed. If it needs nothing for 5 years, then you killed it. If it needs a little bit of money spent on it, you know, you're saving a bunch of money buying from us. So consider that as ahead of time, that you're saving a bunch of money, and a little bit of it's going to have to be spent on a repair, and it might be next week, and it might be next year, or it might be in 5 years, okay? Otherwise, if you don't like that, if you don't like risk, you got to go buy something new, and a new flatbed like this with this setup is probably 35 grand, and then you got 3 years apiece with the 35 grand. It's my tough love speech, but people got to hear it, and I got to say it so that there's no confusion, okay? All right, that is it. Thank you for your time.